Every time Mr. Alex walked his dogs past Mama Rojo's shop, they would suddenly stop, their ears perked up and eyes wide with alarm. Timmy would bark furiously, while Bobo and Zara joined in, creating a cacophony of noise that echoed down the street. It was as if they sensed something wrong, something that the humans could not see. "What's wrong with your dogs?" Mr. Alex, a neighbor, asked, her brow furrowed with concern. "I'm not sure," he replied, scratching his head in confusion. "They've never acted this way before. It's as if they're trying to warn us." The strange barking attracted the attention of the neighborhood, sparking more rumors. In the bustling city of Lagos, Olorunfemi Street thrived with life. Vibrant markets overflowed with colorful fruits, the sounds of laughter echoed through the air, and the delicious scent of street food wafted through the streets. At the heart of this lively scene stood a small but beloved Amala joint run by a warm and welcoming woman named Mama Rojo. With her twinkling eyes and radiant smile, she was a beacon of joy for everyone who passed by. Every morning, as the sun peeked over the horizon, Mama Rojo would rise early to prepare her famous Amala. The thick, stretchy dough, made from yam flour and served with rich, spicy soups, had earned her a reputation that spread far beyond Olorunfemi Street. Children would race to her shop, their tiny feet pounding the pavement, shouting, "Mama Rojo! Mama Rojo!" Mama Rojo had two children, Tunde and Ifema, who were her pride and joy. Tunde, the older brother, was responsible and hardworking, always helping Mama Rojo set up the shop for the day. Ifema, with her infectious laughter and sparkling personality, had a knack for making everyone feel special. Together, the family created a warm atmosphere filled with laughter, chatter, and the mouth-watering aroma of their beloved Amala. Neighbors often stopped by not just for the food, but for the friendly banter and the warmth that radiated from the shop. "Mama Rojo, you've outdone yourself today," they would exclaim, their faces beaming with delight. The Amala joint became a community hub where stories were shared, problems were solved, and friendships blossomed. But one fateful day, everything changed. As the sun set over Olorunfemi Street, casting long shadows that danced along the pavement, a strange shift began to unfold. As the days turned into weeks, something inexplicable happened at Mama Rojo's shop. The lively laughter that once filled the air began to fade, replaced by an uncomfortable silence. Mama Rojo and her children, who had always greeted their customers with smiles and friendly waves, started to withdraw. Their once vibrant presence became distant, as if a dark cloud had settled over them. Neighbors noticed that Mama Rojo no longer chatted animatedly with them as she prepared the food. She would only nod politely, her eyes avoiding contact. Tunde and Ifema, once so eager to play and laugh, spent their days quietly inside the shop, their heads down as they worked. This change left the community puzzled and concerned. What had happened to the cheerful family they had known and loved? The shop itself transformed, becoming a shadow of its former self. The windows, once wide open to let in the warm Lagos breeze, were now covered with heavy curtains. The cheerful decorations that adorned the walls were replaced with an unsettling darkness. Even the food, which had once brought people joy, now seemed less inviting. People began to whisper among themselves. "Have you noticed how strange they are?" one woman said, her voice low. "It's like they're hiding something." Another chimed in, "I heard they've been speaking in a language no one understands." The air was thick with mystery, and the community's concern grew as they wondered what could have caused such a transformation. Just down the street lived Mr. Alex, a kind-hearted man who owned 3 dogs, Timmy, Bobo, and Zara. These dogs were known for their playful demeanor, often chasing after balls and greeting everyone with wagging tails. But as Mama Rojo's family began to change, so did the dogs. Every time Mr. Alex walked his dogs past Mama Rojo's shop, they would suddenly stop, their ears perked up and eyes wide with alarm. Timmy would bark furiously, while Bobo and Zara joined in, creating a cacophony of noise that echoed down the street. It was as if they sensed something wrong, something that the humans could not see. "What's wrong with your dogs?" Mr. Alex, a neighbor, asked, her brow furrowed with concern. "I'm not sure," he replied, scratching his head in confusion. "They've never acted this way before. It's as if they're trying to warn us." The strange barking attracted the attention of the neighborhood, sparking more rumors. "Maybe they're trying to tell us something about Mama Rojo and her family," one man suggested. Perhaps they know something we don't. The neighbors exchanged worried glances, their imaginations running wild. As the barking continued day after day, the street grew more anxious. People began to feel uneasy passing by the shop, glancing nervously at the windows, half expecting to see something, or someone, peering back at them. The weeks turned into a month, and the atmosphere on Olorunfemi Street grew increasingly tense. Whispers of fear and speculation swirled around Mama Oho's shop like a storm. The family's peculiar behavior became the talk of the town. Rumors spread that they had made a pact with spirits or were hiding from something sinister. At night, the shop took on an even more eerie quality. Neighbors would watch as shadows flickered through the windows and strange sounds echoed within. The shop was illuminated only by a dim light, casting long, unsettling shadows that seemed to dance in the corners. The once cheerful clatter of dishes was replaced by a heavy silence that sent shivers down the spines of those who passed by. Curious children peered through the curtains, trying to catch a glimpse of what was happening inside. But all they could see were vague silhouettes moving about, their forms barely visible in the flickering light. "What do you think they're doing in there?" one child asked, fear evident in his voice. "I don't know, but it's creepy," another replied, backing away from the shop. As the sun dipped below the horizon each evening, a sense of dread enveloped Olorunfemi Street. It felt as though something was lurking just beyond sight, waiting to reveal its secrets. The excitement of New Year's Eve approached, filling the streets with the sounds of laughter and celebration. Families prepared for festivities, lighting fireworks and cooking sumptuous meals. But amidst the joy, Mama Oho's shop remained shrouded in darkness, the air heavy with mystery. On that fateful night, the community was filled with anticipation. The street sparkled with lights, and children danced with glee, but Mama Oho's shop stood out as a dark silhouette against the celebration. Strangely, the family inside continued to work late into the night, their shadows moving behind the curtains, accompanied by the low murmur of the strange language that no one could understand. As the clock struck midnight, the street erupted in cheers and laughter. Fireworks illuminated the sky, casting brilliant colors over Olorunfemi. Yet, inside Mama Oho's shop, it was a different world. The atmosphere felt heavy, filled with an unshakable tension that clung to the walls. Curious children gathered outside, peering through the small cracks in the curtains. "What are they doing in there?" one asked, tugging at his friend's sleeve. "I don't know, but it feels like they're up to something," she replied, her eyes wide with fear. The celebrations continued around them, but the shop remained an enigma, a haunting reminder of the mystery that had enveloped the family. When the sun rose on New Year's Day, the streets of Olorunfemi were alive with joy, but a strange emptiness loomed over Mama Oho's shop. The festivities had faded, and as neighbors exchanged New Year greetings, they turned their eyes toward the shop, expecting to see Mama Oho and her children bustling about. Instead, confusion filled the air. The shop was completely empty. Not a single soul was inside. The tables were cleared, the pots were cold, and the once welcoming aroma of Amala was replaced with a heavy silence. "Where did they go?" whispered a shocked neighbor, glancing around as if hoping someone would have the answer. "Maybe they ran away," suggested another, her voice trembling with fear. "But why would they leave like this?" People gathered around the shop, looking for answers. They knocked on the door, but it creaked open slowly, revealing a dusty, abandoned space. The tables, once filled with warm food and laughter, stood still and cold. The air felt thick with the remnants of unease that had settled over the neighborhood. "Something isn't right," a man said, rubbing his chin thoughtfully. "What if they're in danger?" As the community began to piece together the events of the last few weeks, the feeling of dread deepened. What could have happened to Mama Oho and her family? It felt like a mystery straight out of a storybook, leaving everyone on edge. As rumors spread like wildfire, the neighbors decided they needed to investigate further. A sense of determination gripped the community. They were not going to let the mystery of Mama Oho's disappearance linger unanswered. They began knocking on doors, asking questions, and seeking any clues that could lead them to the family. Groups of curious neighbors gathered in front of the now abandoned shop. Some speculated that perhaps Mama Oho had left for a better life somewhere else, while others believed that the family might have fallen into trouble, possibly running from danger. Fear mixed with concern as people exchanged theories, their voices rising in a cacophony of speculation. Maybe they found something they shouldn't have, one neighbor whispered, glancing nervously at the darkened windows. What if they saw something bad happening in the neighborhood? Another neighbor, an elderly woman named Mama Aya, stepped forward. Known for her wisdom and storytelling, she had lived on Olarumfami Street longer than anyone else. I remember a time when families disappeared without a trace. It was said that they were taken by spirits seeking revenge for something they could not understand, she warned, her voice low and serious. The crowd fell silent, absorbing her words. Children huddled close to their parents, eyes wide with fear and wonder. "What do we do?" one young girl finally asked, her voice trembling. "Let's search the area," Kofi, the brave boy from earlier, suggested. "Maybe there are clues we can find. We need to help Mama Oho and her children." Encouraged by Kofi's determination, the neighbors agreed. They split into groups, scouring the streets for any signs of the family. Some searched the nearby markets, while others asked around at other shops, hoping to gather information. As the sun began to set, the street was filled with the sounds of chatter and anxious discussions. The atmosphere was thick with tension and anticipation. Each group returned to the shop to share what they had discovered, but their findings were disappointing. No one had seen Mama Oho or her family since New Year's Eve. "What if they're ghosts?" suggested a young boy named Jide, his eyes sparkling with a mix of fear and excitement. "Maybe they've become spirits because they were trapped." The adults exchanged nervous glances, unsure of how to respond. "That's just a story," one man said dismissively. "But what if there's truth in it?" another countered. The speculation only deepened, creating an air of unease.
Hi besties. Thank you for watching the story to the end. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. Please let me know. I will be waiting for you in the comment section, and please, if you like this video, support us by subscribing to our channel. It's completely free, liking our video and sharing with your loved ones. Now till we come your way again with more interesting stories. Bye.